Hello guys, good morning. How are you today? I'm so excited because I'll be showing you how to make this super easy and very delicious eggless no bake blueberry cheesecake. So this is a little bit different because it's got gelatin on top and we've also got those fresh blueberries on top. So what are we waiting for? Let's go and let's get baking. So I'm going to start doing the base of my cheesecake. So we're gonna use the food processor just to ground our biscuit. You can use any type of biscuit that you like. In the Philippines, we normally use graham crackers or graham crackers, but because we don't have that, it's not available here in where I live. I'm just gonna use this digestive one. But again, you can use any type of biscuit that you have, okay? So I'm just gonna turn that on. I'm just gonna pulse it. Okay. If you don't have your food processor, it's okay. You can do that manually. You just put that in a plastic bag and then just break it. Normally, I used to just put I just use a rolling pin or I just smash it. So we're going to add our melted butter. Just like the other videos that we do, we will put the recipe down into the description box, okay? So there is a tiny arrow on the left side of your screen. You just click on that and then it'll show you the recipe for this. You want to make sure that butter is not sitting just on one place. Now that that's done, we're going to put that into our prepared pan. Now, the pan that you use for your cheesecake, I would prefer this one, the one that you can open, so it's easier to undo it later. And then I've just lined the bottom of my pan and then I just use a baking paper and then I just line the sides as well. Okay, so just like that. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. So I'll take this off. And then I'm just gonna pour all of them in there. So the pan that I'm using is an 8-inch pan. If you want to use a bigger pan, you can do so. Just add, the recipe. You can double the recipe. And then I just push them all out. Then using a spoon, you can press it down. Just make sure that they are flat, nice and even. Okay. Now that that's done, we're going to leave this aside and then we're going to do the next step, okay? Okay, so in this pan, I've got our blueberries, sugar, and then I'm going to add our lemon juice. Okay, let me just turn on the heat. So what we want is for our sugar to melt. And this will have some water. Okay, now that it's boiling, we're going to turn off the heat and we're going to use our stick mixer so we can puree this. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera and we'll go back to the other end. Okay, so that's our pureed blueberry. It turned pink. Okay, so now we're back. We've done our puree. It's cooling down. We've done our base, and now we're gonna do the second layer of our cheesecake. Okay, so in this bowl, I've got cream cheese. I've got sour cream. Okay, so I'm just going to give that a good mix. Smells so good. So make sure that your sour cream and your cream cheese is already soft, so it's easier. We're going to do our whipped cream. Okay, so I've put my cream cheese mixture on the side. Okay, and then we're going to start now our whipped cream. So I've got heavy cream in there. So what you want every time you're gonna whip your heavy cream, you want it to be sitting in the fridge, and you just take them out when you're ready to use it, and then just add your sugar, and then we'll start thickening it. So what we want is we just want to thicken it. That's all we want from it. Okay, so that's the consistency that we want for our whipped cream. Okay, it's not necessarily have to be any soft bake or stiff bake, but it's just thick. So you've got your milk here, and then we're going to add our gelatin powder. So we're going to add hot water into this bowl, and then we're going to put our milk and gelatin on top of that. Just waiting for that one to boil. Okay, so just gonna add boiling water here, and then we're going to add the bowl where we have our milk and our gelatin. Just keep stirring it until all our gelatin is dissolved. Okay, and then we'll put it here into our mixture, and then we'll mix it again. Okay, and after that we're going to add our puree. So this is just 80 grams of the puree, the blueberry puree that we did earlier. So mix it again. Okay, so now that we have mixed them all together, we're now going to add our whipped cream. Okay, so let's just add that there. Okay, and I just want to fold that in. Okay, so now that we've mixed that, we're now going back to our base, and we're just going to add that into our base that we prepared earlier. And then just spread that around. Just want to be careful because I don't want to move that line on the side. Okay, now I'm just going to do that. so I don't want any air pockets. Okay, so we're just going to cover this with a plain wrap. You don't really need to cover it that tight. You just want to cover because you don't want any condensation in there. That's all. Okay, we'll come back after an hour and we'll start doing the jelly topping or the blueberry jelly topping. See ya. Hello guys, we're back. So it's been an hour now and our cheesecake is in the freezer. It's freezing at the moment. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our blueberry jelly. So I've got my water here. And then we're going to add our gelatin powder. My hot water here in the bowl. And then we'll just put this one here and we're going to mix it. Okay, until they are all dissolved. So now that it's dissolved, we're going to add this. Just want to remove any of that excess water there. And we're going to add into our puree. So this is the leftover puree that we did earlier. So I'm just going to add that here. And then we'll just stir this. I'm just going to add this into our cheesecake. Okay, now we're going to set this in the fridge for another hour and then we'll come back and we'll do our final topping. Okay, see ya. Hello guys, we're back. So it's been an hour now, so we're going to do our final topping, and this is our lemon jelly, and this will go on the top of our cake. So I've got my water again and our gelatin powder. We'll just mix them together. Okay, and then we will leave this and I'll take you back to the stove because we're going to do another layer of our lemon jelly. Okay, so in here I've got water, and then we'll have our lemon juice and then sugar. We're just going to boil this so we can dissolve our sugar. Okay, and I'll take you back to the other side and we'll finish this. Okay, and then we'll add in our gelatin. Okay, and then we're going to give it a cold bath to stop it from cooking. Okay. So you want to cool it. Okay, and then we're going to get our chilled cheesecake. Then we're going to top it with our blueberries. Just gonna put them here. Just gonna add all of them on top of the cake. I just want to start the edges first. Okay, so now we're going to pour our gelatin. So just wanna, I always want to wipe it because I don't want any of that to fall into my cake. So we're just going to put we're not gonna go all the way. We just want to add, you know, like the first layer. Just want to add that first layer there. And then we're going to let this set in the fridge again for another 30 minutes. Let me just add a little bit more. Just a little bit more here. Okay. So we'll just let this set for 30 minutes and then we'll come back and we'll pour the rest of our gelatin in there. Okay, we'll be back. After 30 minutes, if your gelatin has formed again, you just put it back into the stove. Just reheat it again and then make sure that you cool it down before you pour it into your cake. Just want to make sure that it's all the way around the side as well. It's covering everything. Okay, now that it's fully covered, we're going to set this in the fridge again for a couple of hours and then we'll be back and we are ready to check this cake. Hello guys, we're back. So it's been 2 hours now, so this is our finished product. This is now our no bake eggless blueberry cheesecake. So I'm excited because I get to try it first before everyone else. So let's get it a slice. So if you can see our layers, so we have the biscuit and then we've got our cream cheese and whipped cream, and then we've got the blueberry puree, the blueberry jelly, and then the fresh blueberries, and then the gelatin on top. So let's get a slice. I'll just get, this is my problem every time I want to do a slice. Ooh, I don't want to break it. Okay, I have to do it. Let's dig in. Maybe I should do that so it's easier. Oh, yeah. See that? If you can see the layers that we have. So we have the biscuit, the whipped cream and the cream cheese, and then that's the blueberry jelly, and then that's the blueberry, fresh blueberries with the gelatin on it. So it's super beautiful. I can't believe I was able to do this. Oh wow. It's so good. It tastes so good. The sweetness and the acidity from the blueberry and the lemon jelly goes well together. It balances out the sweetness and the acidity. I can't stop eating it. It's so good. Yeah, it's so wonderful. Try this recipe out. I'm going to put the recipe in the description box below. And if you're new to this channel, please click that subscribe button and the bell next to that so you can be notified every time we post a new video. And to all our subscribers, thank you so much for supporting us and for always watching and liking our video. Thank you again, guys, for hanging out with us while we're doing this wonderful eggless no bake blueberry cheesecake. Until next time, stay safe and God bless. Bye.